We're now joined by South Carolina head coach Don Staley, along with student athletes Khadijah Sessions and Asia Wilson. Coach, if first you could tell us what it means to you to cap this perfect season in SEC play with a run to the SEC Tournament Championship.
It means a great deal. You know, it means that we put our name in the history book in this traditionally rich conference. It means that our players have really put in the work to be amongst one of the top teams in this conference, and hopefully we can continue it. And it also means that, you know, they're upholding what the players that have come before them, you know, both, you know, when we were, you know, 10 and 18 to, you know, to us winning the regular season and the tournament championship last year. So, you know, all of those, they represent all of those players of our program in the highest form.
All right, we'll take questions from the media. Start right here in the middle.
Khadijah, the last two games especially, it seemed like you were just really locked in defensively. First, did you think you deserved a spot on the all-tournament team? And second, do y'all think that she really kind of set the tone for these last three games?
I just do what Coach asked me to do. My energy on both ends of the ball is very important, and I have to lead this team, and I knew it was very important, and I was going to be key for both of these games. That's pretty much it. No, I don't think I deserve to be on the team. They put who they want there. I'm just going to do, you know, whatever it takes to get my team a win.
I do. Me too. I do. You know, I think a lot of times that, you know, the things that Khadijah does for our team are, you know, a lot of times intangibles. But she has some, you know, big, huge buckets for us, some tangible things that you could pull out of the stat sheet for, you know, this game and the last game. And I think sometimes, you know, because of our team has so many great players, you know, the ones that really make an incredible impact aren't the ones that are highlighted, you know, which is okay. You know, you want that, you know, that selflessness, that sacrifice, and that's what, you know, all good teams have, those players who don't get the, you know, the highlighted credit.
All right, second row here in the middle. Then we'll go in the third row.
Coach, has Tiffany usually drawn Garden Victoria? And what were your thoughts on what you wanted to do defensively against her? And even though she started quick, did you stay with the plan in regards to her?
Yeah, Tiffany draws our, you know, the top perimeter player, scorer. You know, Khadijah usually gets the point guard to start our pressure. What we want to do is make her work for everything. And, you know, sometimes she makes that look very, very easy. You know, but what we wanted to do is kind of over the course of 40 minutes continue to make her work, continue to have her running off screens, continue to have her playing on both sides of the ball. And then, you know, maybe when the fourth quarter hit, her legs won't be as fresh, you know, as they were in the first 30 minutes of the game. And I thought we did a really good job with that. You know, Tiffany started off on her, and then Khadijah finished her off, you know, in the fourth quarter.
All right, third row.
Coach Staley, first of all, could you talk about how much your players seem to really enjoy the moment out there? I know you've got bigger goals in mind than just this tournament, but they seem to really enjoy this moment, not taking that for granted. And as a follow-up, could you talk about the difficulty of the challenge of trying to get to the big trophy with people like UConn, Baylor, and Notre Dame in the way?
You know, our players, you know, haven't played their best basketball, you know, over the past few weeks. So I think it was a, you know, a combination of us finally, you know, feeling like, you know, we felt maybe in the beginning of the season or in the middle of the season, both on both sides of the ball. So I think, you know, when they're able to execute that, I think they, you know, they enjoy that moment. It's nothing against, you know, I don't think it's a, you know, unsportsmanlike thing. You know, it's a thing where they're enjoying playing out there, executing the game plan, and winning. And then your second question is, in order for you to, you know, get back to, you know, winning the big trophy, the national championship trophy, you have to be in familiar territory. And we afforded ourselves of that opportunity last year when we won a regional final, when we went to the Final Four, and we played in a game. And we also afford our opportunity to play UConn during the regular season. So the more opportunity you put yourself in to playing some of the top teams in the country, the more familiar they are to you, and the more familiar you can have some success.
All right, we'll go on the left side and then on the front.
Asia and Khadijah, y'all have been so businesslike throughout the whole regular season, kind of not wanting to celebrate too much. I mean, did it feel good to actually be able to enjoy something in the post game and celebrate today, or were you holding back the whole regular season and kind of saving it for this?
Asia, if you'll start, and then Khadijah, please.
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say we're holding back, but I just think that we're being professional. I feel like we really deserve this win, and I think that makes it 10 times better, and that's the reason for us to celebrate. So, I mean, throughout the season, wins are great, but when you get a huge win like this, and especially it being back-to-back, especially for our seniors as well, I feel like you don't really have a choice but to just enjoy the moment and just live in the moment.
What they just said.
Thanks, D.
Right here in the front.
Donna, 2 questions. One, do you think this is as final stamp as you can get about being the #1 seed in the Lexington Regional?
I think we did our part. I think we more than did our part, considering how the committee chose how we went to Greensboro last year. We don't have a defeat on our schedule in the last 10 games. We're playing a lot better, just better looking out there. And I just, they've named the top 10 teams in the country over the past few weeks, and they had us in that second, the #2 slot overall, and hopefully that means we'll get to play closer to home.
And second, I think I ask you this every year, but how do you keep fresh and how do you keep this going through this long stretch between now and the tournament selection and then the tournament play?
What we've done in the past, we'll take some time off. It's our spring break this week, so we'll give the players a day or 2 off. We'll give them a few days off, and then we'll get back. We'll get back to doing things at the end of the week, where I think we got to play a lot more. We got to scrimmage a lot more, because sometimes we just drill, and we kind of lose what it feels like to play in games.
Third row.
Don, do you stick by your earlier contention that when it comes to competing with these top teams and winning these games, that it's just a matter of you guys finding a little bit more offense? Because defensively, you seem like you're right there.
Yeah, it's our offense that, when we're in those situations that have failed us, but we have to, offense is a confidence. And when you see the ball go in the hole, that rim gets bigger. It's much like defense. When you get stops, it fuels you. So, for us, we know we have great players. We just got to continue to, not have those huge droughts when we play great teams, because they make you pay. They make you pay time and time again. But we do have experience of our SEC tournament and the way we play from an offensive standpoint to draw on, to help us get through this upcoming postseason.